sweet redemption. I will never let you down. Will it ever get sunny? Oh, I wonder, honey, baby, how you make me sway. You say it will. I'm calling your addictive brand. You say it will, yeah. I'm crossing the obsessive line. You say it will. I'm calling your addictive brand. You say it will, yeah. I'm crossing the obsessive line. Saw you rolling steady, took it kinda heavy. Baby, I'm a loving kind. Jaded loving hazard doesn't really matter. Baby, say you will be mine. Take my affection and my safe protection. I will always be around. Will it ever get sunny? Oh, I wonder, honey. I'm tired of being in the line. You say it will. I'm calling your addictive brain. You say it will, yeah. I'm crossing the obsessive line. You say it will. I'm calling your addictive brain. You say it will, yeah. I went down to the city with a suitcase in my hand, looking for a better deal. I'm trying to find myself a plan, roaming around the streets, filling up some useless time. And if I'd seen her then and there, I would have asked her to be mine. Ooh, something to talk about. Ooh, someone to dream about. I'm going home alone with only trouble on my mind. I've roamed the streets 1,000 times, but a girl is hard to find. I've learned my lesson oh so well. There's only one thing I have found. When nothing else remains to do, you should just stick to your own kind. Ooh, something to talk about. Ooh, someone to dream about. Ooh, something to talk about. Ooh, someone to dream about. Oh, waiting. Oh, waiting. Oh, waiting. Well, hello there, friends. Good evening, and welcome to our final stream of 2023, Tuesday night, Open Table D&D, the one that started all of it in January of this year. We're going to spend a few more hours here with our Tuesday night crew, seeing just what the future holds in store for us. Thank you all so much for being here tonight. I am your host, Tragically HP, coming to you live from the 100th Meridian, where the Great Plains begin. Let's get into this, because we got a few things to cover here tonight, and hopefully we can get through all of it. Oh, looks like I got something to change up right here immediately. This one's getting a little tricksy. Sunday, it's easy because they're all the same. Weeknights, though, got to change up that title at the bottom every session or so. Alright, let's see what's going on in our voice chat. Somebody is not there, and that somebody's name is Grelix. I guess he didn't want to be shouted awake. Ah! Yes, indeed. Hello, hello. Good evening.
Hello.
Howdy, everybody.
Do it.
Yeah, I'm about to. It's gonna be pretty ugly too.
Oh no.
All right. So first and foremost, let's see here. Yes. J-Man has not yet gotten his deck of fortunate things draw. So let's do that first and foremost. Just make sure this deck is still set correctly. 10 cards. Yes, indeed. You have about a 60% chance to draw the Knight, a 30% chance to draw the Throne, and a 10% chance to draw any of the other 8 cards, if our previous history is any indication. And because the cards are not working as they should, i.e. I can't deposit them to your hand and you drop it to the table, I'm just going to drag one out right here, right now, and J-Man is the proud The Fates! Something a little different.
Woo.
Yeah, a useful one, I might add. That is the same one that Sarah got her hands on for posting the very first review. The Fates is as so. Erase or avoid one event as if it never happened. Ironically, that's what just happened to our Wednesday night crew this past week.
Yeah, if only Sir Ricari had that, he'd be like, "Nah, I'd use mine." Fuck that.
Uno reverse the Uno reverse.
Counter the counter.
Exactly.
Or under the counter.
So there we go. Definitely write that down on your character sheet, as I will be shuffling that card back into the deck for future use. Speaking of which, let's put that away. I will add that to the list right here. J-Man, I got the fates. Alright, so aboard the Star Destroyer Judicial. Explain to me a bit how you would plan to spend your time off, seeing that your group gets a few days between the last mission before the next one.
Well, Theron has a couple of books to read. That's going to take a few hours or days.
Yep, same for Asilton. Lots of reading.
I'm going to be spending a lot of time in prayer and meditation and partying on, because I am follow life.
Party
to its
on, Wayne.
fullest. Party on, Garth.
Well, I'm gonna do a little bit of shopping with the newfound wealth I had, and then I feel compelled to do like a lot of research into liches and into a very specific lich.
Lich the bitch.
Yeah, so whatever accounts for a library on this ship, I'll definitely be spending a lot of time there. Not reading any books that'll give me stat bonuses, but reading books and trying to find if I can, hunt down Vecna, apparently.
Gotcha. Yeah, Vecna is a name that appears elusively and attached to great catastrophic events involving undead primarily, but perhaps more can be found aboard our vessel.
Yeah, it's just, I didn't really care before I got this sword.
Kind of adding on to that, I'd want to see if there's anything on, because we've kind of been off ship, so anything on Nihilus or anything like that, so to learn more about them and whatnot.
Sure. Yeah, the primary information that's out there is that which is already known, that he
Gotcha.
was around about a century ago and decimated probably about 15 to 20% of the total galaxy before being defeated by a collection of the greatest champions assembled between the Jedi, the Dark Jedi, the Imperial Knights, and other galactic forces arrayed against him.
Was there anything specific as to kind of what sort of attacks or anything that he would use? Is that still known, or is it just kind of been lost?
It was reported that any effect aside from just straight brute force was ineffective. Force powers, magic powers, anything in that sort, he just seemed to absorb and swallow. Beyond that, kind of like the Fiend Lord from Wednesday night of Hadanalia, Nihilus seemed to come equipped with his own entourage of Sith spirits that he could use to kind of snack upon in the midst of battle to basically recover any damage that had been dealt to him. Like, the party would deal 1,000 points, he would decimate a cloud of Sith spirits, regain all that HP. He's a bitch.
Cool.
That's how it was reported the last time he was faced anyway. 80, 90 years ago, whatever the case may have been. What's Yordle up to?
He's laying around eating some pizza. He did buy a shield for +2, and then that's it.
Sure.
Is my list of the gift and stuff, okay?
Looks acceptable, yeah.
Oh, there
Uh,
is one.
Aramis will be just training and drilling for the time being.
All right.
There's one item that I wanted to get. Now I have to remember what it was.
All right, let's try to set this up in a way that does it some form of justice. Ba-da-ba, ba-ba-ba.
Are we missing some people?
Brad
I'm
and
here.
Brad and
Yeah.
Terry are not here this evening, and Kirk has kind of been incommunicado since last Wednesday. He was supposed to be here last session on Wednesday. Didn't hear from him, and haven't heard from him today either, unfortunately. Otherwise, our 5 players are here. Okay. I need to make a slight adjustment here. Oh, crying out loud.
So instead of 5 demi-leeches, we're gonna fight 4.
Correct. I do have to remove one for balancing
Oh,
purposes.
good.
All
On
right.
this ship, is there like a safe locker or something like where we could store stuff?
You do have your own little chest at the foot of your bed.
Is that item available, Dan? The parapet of proof against poison?
I will check on that. One moment.
Yep.
I'm gonna put Tariq over in Meridian's shop. And Isilya is reading.
I will be studying my new book as well. And
Okay.
I have a brand new, what the hell is it called? There he goes. Amulet of the Devout.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna put you over in a different section, because I can. And you're actually not Twinkleberry.
Nope.
Wrong character. Of course, we have a bunch of them here on the Star Destroyer map. Almost there. I think we'll just have Aramis kind of wandering over in this area. Yep. Okay, let's try this and see how things are looking. If you're seeing through the eyes of more than one character, it's because you have more than one character aboard this ship. Just ignore your any other characters who may be here. They are currently in the field of play or doing whatever it is they have scheduled. Okay, let's check what is happening here. Oh, that's handy. Oh, for Pete's sake. There we go. Okay. So yeah, we could have done this in the middle of the last dungeon at some point. Seemed a bit excessive and perhaps even a bit confusing considering the foes that we had in the field of play. As we've already discovered, the Judicial is not impervious to magical infiltration. Others have used it to teleport into strange locations and cause our crew all kinds of problems. And if it seems excessive, if it seems like overkill, take it as flattery. This is the respect that you have earned yourselves, to the extent that even a henchman character eating pizza by himself in the mess hall warrants 1, 2, 3, 4, yes, 4 motherfucking pit fiends as a response team here. And as it is, Yordle is enjoying a nice meal here with a nice host of other nameless NPCs here. And there's that. Yes, indeed. All right.
You really have to work on their wards. Jeez. Get some better shields, guys.
Okay. Yes, yes, yes.
I mean, Forbiddance is only a 6th level spell.
Yordle's up
Alright.
first.
What's that?
Yordle's up first.
Not quite yet. I gotta get our other.
You probably just
characters
couldn't drag and drop us all into initiative, so.
Yeah, I got pick and choose who's up here. Yep, yep, yep. I got you two down on the bottom. Ba, 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 ba,
Roll 31 for Theron and an 8 for me. Jeez. Back to the low rolls.
Tariq is gonna need.
I have a
there.
.92 or point something modifier for my initiative, and I got a 13. So.
Okay, one check here, yes, 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 no. Okay, so the Fear Aura will be in potential play. I know he's a paladin, so there is that to take into consideration. It's a wisdom saving throw against being frightened at the start of Yordle's turn. As it is, Theron goes first. Theron has no idea that anything is even going on, so let's move it over to Yordle.
Yordle, first thing is there any kind of alarm system that we've been taught or trained to, once a bunch of guys start popping up, that I could set, like, some kind of alarm?
Are you immune to being frightened?
No, but after you answer my question, the first thing I'm going to do is cast protection from good and evil. So then, yes.
Okay. Alarm systems would be situated right meow and right meow.
Alright, so I will cast as my action protection from good and evil on myself. And then I will go this way and pull the alarm system right there.
Okay. Oh, my initiative is all fucked up here. I got everybody in there from last night too, and I deleted a few who didn't need to be deleted, so one moment on that. Oh boy.
So we don't see anyone else in initiative.
Stupid roll 20 limitations. I did just delete a lot of them, but I did also accidentally delete Justin and Freddy here as
gotcha.
well. So now I have to put them back in, and I have to figure out which of these two is actually Isilya. 1 point difference. Same thing, though. As I begin working on a new house rule in the background that might expedite this kind of shit. Come on!
house rule, good guys always go first?
God, I don't think we need that house rule. That seems to happen even when I'm invisible and have the jump on the party and go first. We learned that last night, and we're learning it tonight.
I mean, it's kind of hard to ever go before Theron with initiative plus 12.
Even when the dude is asleep in an entirely different deck of the ship, somehow the dude fucking goes first, so...
He's just like, what? What's going on?
It was just a little nap.
Alrighty. There. And damn right we will take some attacks of opportunity on you. Try that.
As a reaction, I will cast Shield.
Okie dokie. Your armor class is 23. Shield will boost it to a 28. I hit it a 28 and a 30.
No, armor class is 25 because I brought that shield. That was plus 2.
Oh, fantastic. A 30 will hit, 19 piercing, Constitution saving throw, and we're going to bring in 6 more Pit Fiends. Is poison anything in your... Well, I guess that's kind of relevant there. While poison in this way, can't regain hit points. That's relevant. Yep. Alright.
Was I able to buy that one necklace since we're saying poison that I asked for before you said Pit Fiend?
Okay, 1 second. I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Yeah, I think the house rule is something in the... Whatever. It's a rare item, immune to that. Yep. Standard cost, yeah, that's available.
Okay.
How much damage?
How much for that then? Sorry.
Is it not in Meridian's inventory?
Maybe it was. Yeah, 20,000. Yep. Never mind.
Okay.
My bad. Sorry. Yeah. So 25, so 15. Cool.
Alrighty. When the henchman's AC is equal to that of the Tarask.
How much damage did he take?
19. The save had nothing to do with the initial damage. It just hit you for 19, and then the save could have done additional damage, but it did not. All right, so alarm bells are ringing. Just need to check something.
Are there no lights in the ship?
Well, I think you can just see the area that you can see, so...
No, when I moved, the room actually, like when I ran up to touch the alarm, the room behind me got dark.
What is Yordle's vision? I gave him standard vision. I didn't think he had dark vision.
No, they don't have. They have standard vision. That's why I asked if there's light from being in the cafeteria, or did the lights go out?
It's yes and no. Unfortunately, the Roll20 limitations are I can unveil the entire ship to the entire party, or I can just have you see just what limitations you would otherwise see.
Alright, that's fine.
Or I can put lights all over every room of the ship, but I think we'll crash everybody if I do that.
That's a lot. That's a lot, yeah.
I think not for tonight, but I think you can. There's an option that says something like daylight mode, that wherever you are, you're limited in the field of vision of where you could actually see by walls or stuff, but everything else is lit up to your character.
Correct. Daylight mode is the feature I was referring to that I believe will unveil the entire map to everybody.
No, you're still trapped to what you can see by limitations of the lightning. But
that is the intention of it. Yeah, as we discovered last night with the Monday night crew, having that toggle accidentally on meant that everybody could see every hidden room on the map that I spent hours
Yeah,
painfully
Yeah.
obscuring from everybody.
it was a
Oh,
little
okay,
weird.
okay.
Yeah, I think that's what it's supposed to do, but it doesn't always land as it's intended. Okay. Try that. Yes, yes, no. Okay, so the alarm system is going off, indicating that there is trouble in Bolstoon's place. And we're going to try a hold monster spell on Yordle, which will be a wisdom saving throw.
Yordle needs to make a wisdom save?
Correct. What is going on with the character sheet? Spell save DC 0. That's handy.
That means
Spell
that's
save DC 21. All right. So it is a hold monster spell. It will paralyze its target on a failed save. Are we sticking with that, or are we going to try to adjust the roll?
I'm trying to think how I could add 2 to it.
Hero point.
Oh, I have a couple of hero points. Yes, I'll use a hero point and add 2. I'll use 2 hero points.
One
Well,
hero
you
point per
roll
roll, and it's a die 8. So between 1 and 8 will be added to the roll. Alrighty. And continuing that trend, over to Tariq, who hears the alarms bellowing in the ship.
It's just an alarm. It doesn't really tell me what's going on.
It says that there is an emergency in Bolstoon's place, but it doesn't indicate. Yordle is currently under attack by 4 pit fiends.
I'd be very specific.
It would be handy, but the ship's AI is not quite so attuned.
So what room am I in? This looks like some sort of interrogation chamber or something. I'm not sure.
Actually, that's Meridian's office. I haven't found his token yet from another map, but that is his official supply house right there.
Okay, so we're saying like I just got finished shopping.
Correct.
All right.
But you are also under suspicion for arson, so watch your shoulders, watch your back.
What did I burn? Did I burn something? I don't remember.
Maybe.
I'm like, what did I do? I don't
What the
remember.
fuck is going on? Ow.
Yeah, the ship has like security teams and stuff, right?
It does.
Okay, so I'm not like, oh yeah, I gotta get over there because nobody else can do anything. I'm just like, oh shit, what is going on?
Sure.
Since Meridian's there, I'd be like, well, thanks, I guess. Maybe I should go see what's going on. She'll probably
Maybe
stay
so. It is unusual for it to be on the main deck.
here. Right, so I'm just gonna kind of slowly make my way over there. I mean, I'm not in any hurry because, again, this place has defenders.
We would know that, like, beholders and stuff have launched attacks as well, so
Correct.
massive incursions are not uncommon.
Yes, and when I wasn't here when the beholders
Yeah.
attacked, they were taken care of. I'm not sure how to get to where I need to go.
That's my problem too.
I don't know how well I know the ship though, because
Exactly.
the last one I was on was the dragon load.
Exactly. That is part of it. You do know it's somewhere towards the center of this deck. Like, almost dead center of everything. You would imagine somewhere around here. But as far as the exact path needed to get there, use your best judgment. You do note that your barracks are down this hallway that you are approaching. Straight south through there, but otherwise, who knows?
So yeah, I'll take a single move, and I'll have a readied action in case something does pop up that I need to deal with.
All right. And chilling out in one of the barracks down here is Spirabilis. Ooga, ooga.
Okay. So I look around, and my plate armor is inside my haversack because I'm probably not going to be walking around the ship wearing plate armor. So
I respect that.
I pick up my shield, throw my haversack over my shoulder, and head out of the room.
I didn't want to assume one way or the other, but if the guy eating pizza says his armor class is a 30, then his armor class is a 30. Boo boo doo doo.
I mean, Spirabellus also said he was partying it up, so.
If he's gonna put on plate mail, it
it's
takes
fine.
like
I mean,
2
I'm
hours.
just walking. I'm not, again, not running like my life depends on it. It's like I have no armor, I have my shield, and I don't use weapons. So I'm
All right.
pretty much just heading that way to see if anybody's hurt, because that's usually what I take care of.
Sure. Is that all your movement?
Oh, end of turn. Sorry.
Gotcha, no worries. Okay, so over to the opposite side of the ship where Aramis is just kind of wandering around, checking things out. The alarm goes off, and you do know it to be somewhere near the central part of the ship, south of your position, but once again, specific direction, I don't know.
All right. So as you stated, I think I'm coming back from like training and drilling and stuff. So I'm a little bit tired, but hear the alarm and I'll try and go south. Let's see what we have here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I might be close. Let's dash. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, this is not.
You do see a sign on the wall as you're passing that intersection to the south, indicating that Bolstoon's place is further down this hallway.
Okay, could I have not taken these 2 steps
Yeah.
left and go south?
Yeah, you went a little quicker than I could cut you off. You're good.
Cool. And I'm still not gonna use my Misty Step to walk into a bar. Half Health walks into a bar by Mystic Step. Sounds like the beginning of a joke. That's my turn.
Alright, so 2 of the Pit Fiends go back to back here, 1 and 2. Okay, so this way. Oops. That's centered up wrong. Gonna underpay it. Oh boy. I don't know why I thought this would be a good idea. Let's drag more tokens onto the board. Oops. Come on. Alright, 2 of them spread out, and they're going to try to seal off this chamber. There are, of course, some of our low-level support staff here who, upon the arrival of these things, are unable to make that saving throw against the fear aura, so they are rushing out of here as quick as they can. Some of them make it, some of them are cut off by a wall of fire, and then another wall of fire. 60 feet long, 20 feet high. Okay. That would be 12. Whoa! Not sure why that one got so beefy. That's not right.
He pumps iron.
There we go. 12 by 1. Yeah, it's only a foot thick. It's not 20 feet thick. Okay. And it would appear that those walls of fire are outside of the line of sight of our current ensemble in here, but that is it for 2 of the Pit Fiends. And that'll send it all the way down here to also reading a book.
Okie dokie. Alright. 15. It's 30, right? And I'll go ahead and dash to move further.
Your sign at the end of this hallway is right or left is Bolstoon's place.
I'm not quite seeing on the map where I would need to go. Or is this the hallway right here?
Correct.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, it seems either way you go will get you
Okay,
there.
That's gotcha. There we go. And there's my movement and my action. Bonus action doesn't really get me too much further. But just do this. I will go ahead Misty Step to right there. Just get the right movement selector. Boom. Action, bonus action, movement, done.
All right. And final Pit Fiend is this one right here.
Now, I thought you said we only had good cards in the deck, but somebody obviously drew the Flames card.
Yeah, somebody did several sessions ago.
Oh yeah, that's what this is. Remember when he forgot, and then he remembered, or never forgot?
Yeah, Pit Fiends in the middle of a combat that already involved a Pit Fiend and an Archfiend seemed perhaps a bit excessive. So, final Pit Fiend is dropping a wall of fire right here. And that will catch Yordle inside of it, prompting a dexterity saving throw. Or, I'm sorry, Pit Fiend's in the middle of the Sararak battle. This is another DC 21, so falling pretty shy of the mark there. Failed save is 5 die 8 fire damage equaling 18.
And while we're at it, he wouldn't be walking around with his plate mail. He would have his shield because he just bought it and his sword because you never go anywhere without it. But so his AC then will be 17 if you want to go back and give me the damage from the other ones.
No, we got sufficiently past that, but we can definitely track for going forward. That'll be top of the initiative, though. Now that the alarms are blaring, Theron definitely has some indication that something is going on in Bolstoon's place. And likewise from this spot, if you get to the end of the hallway, a right or a left, and then north will get you where you're trying to get to.
There's the 80, and then he's going to dash.
Okay.
Oh, he's got 85 now.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, looks like Isilya's heading north, Spirabilis is heading west.
Oh, is there a wall of flames in front of me, I take it?
There is.
He is
There-
going to dive through the wall of flames.
Yep.
Theron needs to start saying, "Bet you didn't see that coming."
16 points of fire damage.
Do you need to make a deck save?
Not if you willingly enter it.
And then he'll have just enough here, and then he will attack this guy right in front of him.
Was the dash was a bonus, yeah?
Yeah.
Alrighty. And that's a hit, and that's a hit, and what else?
Well, he already used his bonus action, so he can't throw your blow, so he is done.
Alright. And next up, the other turtle. You will take the damage again if you end your turn in the fire.
Oh, he's going to move for sure. He'll attack the one right there.
Alright. AC is 19. That's a little different. And one strike lands. It does not like that Holy Avenger. Anything else
Well, I
there?
have a question, and I'm pretty sure the answer is no, but I'm going to ask. Because I have 5 levels of fighter and now 5 levels of pally, do I get the third attack or no?
That's
No.
fighter specific.
Yeah, and I think it would be level 11 fighters when you get the third attack.
Yeah, but only
Yeah.
fighters get that, correct?
I believe
Correct.
so.
Correct.
Essentially, you have two classes that give you one attack, and you can choose which one you use the extra attack from.
Yeah.
But it's only one.
And then Yordle is done.
Okay, so next will be the one that Theron is scrapping with. It snarls at you telepathically in Infernal. Your suffering has only just begun. And it is going to bonus action Misty Step. Oh, for goodness sake. Frickin' walls of fire. Get there! There we go. Okay, magical attacks. It is first going for a mace attack. A tail attack. A claw. And a bite. So first is a 16 AC.
Gotta get a 17.
17. There. Next 3 will all hit the mark there. 34 bludgeoning from the tail, 19 slashing from the claw, and an additional 19 pierce from the bite. Prompting another con save.
No, pumping Yordle is down with that much damage. Yeah, he only had 64 hit points. You did 72.
I thought he had like 100 and something at max.
He had 101, but then you hit him with the flame thing, and then you hit him again with those 3 things, and that wasn't it.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, so that one is done with its turn. And it gives Theron an evil grimace. Over to Tariq.
That might be important for him to roll that poison save since it prevents healing.
That's quite important. Yeah, con
So what is he
save.
rolling for? Con save?
Yeah. 21 DC. Geez, too shy again. It does it does prevent regaining hit points, so stabilization will be impossible while under this effect.
That's okay, we can kill him.
Well, we could stabilize him because that's not giving him hit points.
Ah, that's true.
Yeah, he just won't be conscious because he won't have any hit points.
Gotcha.
Yeah, he just won't be having to roll death saves anymore.
Sure.
So I rolled percentile. Again, that's what the 12 was up there. To see, okay, I just bought armor at Meridian's. Probably put it on to make sure it fit. I rolled 12, so I'm still wearing it.
Okay.
I'm still not sure what's going on, or why people seem. I haven't even seen anybody run by me yet. They're all on the other side of the ship. So I'm still just like trying to see what's going on, walking over this way.
Yeah, Spirabilis is kind of sauntering out of his room at the far end of the hall to the south. And looks like you definitely went the wrong way, as those stairs are going to lead you down to the docking bay level.
I did not see Spirabilis. I don't think he was within my line of sight.
Oh, damn!
Or
Whoops.
maybe very briefly at the very edge when he left. I don't know.
Oops.
So yeah, I'll get there, look at the intersection, like, oh, I don't think this is the way. I guess I'll
Fucking ship.
remain with a ready to action in case something does pop up that I need to deal with, and that's it.
Alright, so over to Spirabilis.
Okay. Well, I see the doors open because somebody ran through a wall of fire in front of me.
Yeah, you can kind of see one of those pit fiends on the other side, too.
And I'm looking at my bag longingly going, motherfucker. Alright, so... I'm not running through a wall of fire. Let's see here. Let me check my spells. Oh, and I don't have my Dispel Magic prepared. So let's see. I'm going to move all the way up to here, and now I can see through the wall of fire and see that there's a few pit fiends in there. Curse again, and hold my shield out, and get ready to try to figure out a way through this wall of fire because I don't have anything planned at the moment.
Gotcha. The wall
So
is
my turn
actually
is-
the wall is opaque, so you actually can't see through it.
Oh, okay. Well, you said I noticed that there's a pit fiend on
Yeah.
the other end of the wall of fire.
Yeah, my correction.
Probably
So,
tall enough,
well, no, it probably covers the entire floor to ceiling in there.
It's a 20-foot high wall, so yeah.
though. Oh, okay, gotcha.
It's only 1 foot thick, 60 feet long, and 20 feet high.
Ah,
Yeah, I'm going to take the rest of my turn to contemplate my next action.
All right, so over to Aramis over here.
Right, so I skid on the corner, almost fell, keep running, very stylish, very cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I come to the corner. I'm guessing this is the wall of fire.
You are correct.
So I see a wall of fire in front of me. And I scream, this fire is nothing in front of the silver flame! And I dash. 2, 3, 4. And as I walk right into a pit fiend, I say, "Oh, silver flame."
18 points of fire damage for passing through the wall. Less any resistance.
I have no resistance. But I will cast with my bonus action Shield of Faith. Because this could hurt.
Gotcha. On yourself?
Yes, for... I don't think it could help Journal. And then my turn.
Alrighty. So next and next is that. Yep. Hoping this populates correctly. Yes, it does. Okay. So the one next to Aramis is provoking an attack of opportunity for stepping away, as it's going to step over to the other side of Yordle here.
Would
24
a
will hit.
24 hit?
It does. AC is 19.
He doesn't move. Because I'm pretty freaking sure I took Sentinel somewhere. Here it is.
Yep. Oof.
No, you stay here. You fight with me. I don't like it, but you fight with me.
Okay. Quick poll question here. While I'm searching something on my character sheet. You are a gnome fighter with this ability and you stab the Tarask. What happens?
The most unlikely of scenarios.
I would probably say something like that would kind of fall under the whole legendary actions rule.
Agreed.
Yeah, I mean, if it has legendary actions, I mean, you're probably not going to.
Well, is
stop
it because of the legendary or the size? Like, what if you fought a monstrous troll that's like a lower CR with no legendary actions?
Well, I can see that because you're like going for a hamstring or an
Yeah,
Achilles or something.
Yeah, you hamstring it or you cut the Achilles, just slowing it down or something
Sure.
like that.
Sure.
Yeah, it's like
Give
a
it a
little
good
fighter
stab in
taking
the
down
calf.
an AT-AT using a cable around its legs.
I think all we can do here is attack Aramis. So it's going to be a bite, a claw, a mace, and a tail. The lowest attack that it hit is a 17.
That's a miss.
The next lowest would be a 25.
That hits. What are the other two? Just to see if it's worth taking the shield.
Considerably higher, 30 plus.
Then no. The other three, those all hit.
Okay, so claw for 25, or claw hits 25 and does 21 slashing.
Ouch.
The mace hits for 30 and does 18 bludgeoning plus 20 fire.
God.
And the bite hits 31 for 22 piercing and a con save.
I
You
am.
wanted this.
Yeah, I'm down.
Ow! You're still going to need a con save.
That's what you get for using Sentinel.
I was trying to save a life.
What happens when the gnome stops the Trask? That.
Hey, you made the con save. All right.
Yeah, that's the other answer to the question. When the gnome does that, the Trask eats the gnome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Little
probably.
thing stab me. Eat.
Let's see. The next one is going to have to step up and take care of business here. No one in range to attack. It is going to snatch Yordle up oh so lovingly in its arms. And try to get the hell out of dodge by casting Plane Shift. Let's see here. You can use this to banish. No, we're not trying to banish. If you're trying to reach, alternatively, if you do that, yep.
Didn't we go over the whole willing unwilling thing already?
We did, yes.
We did. I'm trying to see the rest of the specifics here.
You could attempt to banish him, but you wouldn't just be able to move away with him. I would imagine.
Interesting. So the classic abduction and sweep away to another place is either not accomplished through this method or just not possible. And if I want to banish, I have to hit him. A melee spell attack, huh?
I mean, you'd have advantage because he's
sure.
and unconscious.
Sure, of course.
And I don't think he's going to have that great of a charisma savings throw.
He's a paladin.
He's got some levels in paladin.
Oh, okay.
Right.
But he was a fighter, so
That just means that he needs like a 13 charisma to multi-class.
yeah.
Gosh.
Yeah, I get the meaning of their ruling, like consent and all, but it definitely does add some oddities for the stereotypical, haha, we got you, now we run away.
Sure. And maybe that's
I would-
more like a teleport thing, but
Well, I would say, based on how that reads, since he is
same.
unconscious, he could probably grab him and then have him roll a charisma save as if he did the banish effect. And if he fails the charisma save, he can plane shift with him.
That's kind of how it looks to me. Yeah, I just misread this coming into it entirely, and I mean, if that's the best they can conjure up, then that's the best they can do. Sometimes the monsters just suck balls, and
I mean, worst
sometimes.
Case, yeah, worst case scenario, they banish Yordle, then one of the other ones does a plane shift, and they all go away.
Yeah, the big thing is the random location on the plane of existence. Like, that doesn't quite fall in line with their goals as they would optimally like to achieve them.
Yeah.
Banishing him doesn't quite do the same trick as imprisoning him.
True.
But
Yeah, but
again,
it
if this is the best they can do, this is the best they can do.
Yeah, I mean, it would make sense to me, as far as either teleport, plane shift, or any of these kind of transportation
Yeah.
effects. If they can get control, like bodily control of somebody, or they're unconscious or whatever, and they get a save to avoid it, but if they don't avoid it, then they can transport with that person.
Oh, I see what you're talking about.
Yeah, so it'd be the same as the save for the banishment, but he's actually grabbing him and plane shifting with him.
Well, we'll play it raw for now, and definitely another thing to add to the list of what to check into in the weeks to come. Yeah, I am definitely... no secret, we are finding that I am hard-pressed to present some challenges to some of these characters. On other hands, I can knock somebody out in 3 hits. On the other hand, I can't get somebody to fail a save.
Yeah, it's just, some characters are really strong in certain aspects.
Yeah, that's part of it. Well, it's got a grab, so let's see a charisma saving throw from Yordle. 21 DC. Bum, 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 bum. Or what are we thinking with that? Keep it or try to boost it or reroll it?
No, we'll just keep it.
Alrighty.
He's got to save his alterations for when he's rolling his other bad dice.
Pre-stream, he started with a 1 and a 20, so...
Well, okay, they are going to banish Yordle then. And that will send it over to Isilya's turn.
Okey-dokey. Back down to where I am. So that's action, or that's movement. Well, action dash. That's 15, 20, 25. And see the wall of fire, but I don't see through it. But don't really have anything other than bonus action. So we'll go ahead and Misty Step into whatever the heck's inside.
Do you have to see?
Oh
Misty
wait,
Step?
I think Misty Step you might need to see.
Yeah, you do. Dimension Door.
Yeah, Dimension
do
Door you
direction, right.
don't. Yep. Yeah, so I
It's
wouldn't
just-
be able to Misty Step.
Gotcha.
So that means I have a bonus action to do nothing with. Yep, that'll be my turn.
Alright, so Pit Fiend right here. Oh, that one's not prepared. Okay. So this one will continue snarling at Theron telepathically in Infernal, all the ways that Yordle will be suffering and praying for a merciful death, but unable to achieve it. Which, of course, if Theron does not speak, Infernal is just like listening to death metal if your favorite is classic oldies.
You can understand him because of his monk ability.
Oh! Well, shit. Yeah, he's definitely bringing out the vitriol.
It's me you want. Bring him back.
You do not understand the levels of suffering we can inflict upon. And it's your turn as he's continuing to ramble on against you.
Which one's talking?
The one that you just charged up on. You'll rue the day you ever saw those cards. That he ever came into existence.
Stunning strike.
Oh, jeez. Well, let's get the damage. Is it con save, I believe?
Yeah.
Rat-a-tat-tat. Loading. It's best save a 26.
That'll pass.
Is that the best you can do?
Oh, it is not.
Oh!
Stunning strike again.
Shiyuku. We'll get that first, and 22.
Don't. Your mouth better not, write checks your ass can't cash. That's the best you got. Fuck out.
Yeah, that's any good villain. They gotta put. Most of them have a serious case of foot and mouth disease.
All right, then I am going to flurry of blows.
Oh boy. That's 3 for 3. Just hit the fourth one. We'll tally it all up. Oh, a miss. AC is
I will
19.
stunning strike on that third one again.
Stun on that. Let's get the damage. And it is a 28.
And that's all he's got.
Alrighty. So next pit fiend is... Yes, we are prepared. Let's check. Link hands. Alright, it's about to get a little stupid here as they have to kind of hug up on each other for this one to get in position, for all of them to grab hands, and then they will plane shift out together. Or attempt to.
I can't see for counterspell.
That's correct.
That's why I wanted to get in there.
Whoop! Alright, well, with them will go the walls of fire, as they are no longer here to concentrate on them.
Medic.
That'll close out our initiative as well, and play it as it lies.
Go over to stabilize.
Oh, thank you. I'm sorry. I tried. Wasn't
It's very
strong
weird
enough.
for pit fiends to be bouncing in here and attacking Yordle.
Wait, they went after one person?
Well, Yordle was the only one in here, and they took him somewhere. They cast a spell and he disappeared.
Yeah, unfortunately, I couldn't see through their walls of flame to see what they cast, but there's plenty of teleportation magic to come and go.
What the hell is going on in here?
pit fiends, apparently.
4
Are they
freaking
visible?
pit fiends.
I'm not looking around like, are they invincible?
No, they
No,
vanished.
they've...
They all held hands and sang a song and disappeared.
Kumbaya, my lord.
Do you know why they would be
Death
after
metal
Yordle?
version. Is it because of that holy avenger he carries? Too much of a threat for the lower planes?
I don't think a single weapon would constitute. What did you say?
Or
Four?
pit fiends.
4 pit fiends for? No, that's not.
I'd have to agree.
I kind of glance furtively down at the sword of cast real quick. yeah, no single weapon would cause that.
So would the Holy Avengers, if he was unconscious, he would have dropped the sword and the shield, correct?
It's like 50-50. They could have been dropped and left behind. They could have still been on his person and gone with him. That's your call.
We'll say that it went with him.
Okay. Yeah, he might need those where he's going.
They're gonna be useless for him.
Yeah, now I need to roll some dice on the side to see how easy it's gonna. I mean, they can do a locate person or something and find him in whichever layer of hell they sent him to. It's just not the plan coming in. They weren't planning on. Yeah, we're just gonna send him somewhere to the side of the road and try and pick him up later.
I just don't know why 4 pit fiends would be after Yordle.
How many players were present when the Deck of Many Things came into play for this group? I know we've had a lot of
wasn't here.
shifts.
Definitely not for this cleric.
Right. If
I think
anything,
I think Thoron would be the only one that remembered the deck in this group.
maybe,
Yeah, I had, I
maybe
missed that
Tariq.
game.
I don't seem to remember that.
Gotcha.
But, I mean, I've been in so many games where it's come up. I could be
Sure. I mean, this is going back a long ways to where the crew for this Tuesday night group was considerably different. Because I remember a certain someone drawing 3 very powerful cards. He got like the wishes, the magic item in his hands, and then the 50,000 XP. But I think most of those players are not here now.
Yeah, I don't remember that. That was probably during the time when I was in and out because you just needed me or not needed me.
Or
Well, Theron would remember drawing that card.
he definitely would, just maybe not have the Arcana background to identify or put 2 and 2 together necessarily, but he might have a sinking feeling of, oh man, what about that card I drew? What did that possibly do? Kind of thing.
Ooh, let me make an Arcana check.
Give it a go.
Would I know of any sort of spell if they teleported away? Is there any spell that I would know of that could summon him back? Because I know there's all sorts of high-level celestial summons and stuff, but I don't know about anything for like a person.
Oh man. Yeah, offhand to retrieve a person, I mean, the closest I could think of would be Wish or Miracle, but I'm sure there's got to be something a little less extreme.
Well, if anything, if there's a spell that I can use Wish to replicate it and make
Right.
that happen, but I don't know
Offhand.
of a spell. Yeah.
I would definitely do a Google search.
Okay.
I don't
Arcana
know.
check there, not coming up with anything, but try an insight check as well with Theron. That might be more in his wheelhouse.
Not that the characters might know this, but I think the spell you'd be looking for is the gate spell. The last paragraph says when you cast, you can speak the name of a specific creature. If that creature is on a plane other than the one you're on, the portal opens in the named creature's immediate vicinity and draws the creature
That-
through it.
I knew there was something.
Interesting.
It's a 9th level and it's wishy-washy because
Yeah, I can't do that then because that's 9th level.
Oh,
deities and other planet rulers can prevent portals created by this spell from opening in their presence or anywhere within their domain.
oh, interesting.
Yeah, Wish only allows for the replication of 8th level spells, so
Oh,
Gate
damn.
is not one that I took. So
Shit, so you do have 9th level magic, just not that spell.
Oh. I have the 2 granted wishes, and I have Wish itself.
Oh my god!
Um,
Wow!
So that's why I was like, is there a spell that does? I think there is, but
So what you're telling me is when we get to the end game, I should be prepared for the ending of the original Wayne's World. Oh, now we're gonna do the bad ending. Now we're gonna do the mega happy ending.
I could try this.
If you roll a number,
yeah, that could allow the replication of a spell.
Scribe, roll that. Wow, 7 days.
If it succeeds.
If it succeeds, I have
Sure.
a 13% chance of
Sure,
actually
sure.
getting that to work.
Hey, I mean, if you got options, I don't see why you wouldn't try them.
All right, so I am going to get down in prayer and I'm going to praise the goddess of life and all that is sacred, and her most humble of servants request this favor, and the favor is to bring Yordle back to us. And she says no.
Oh man. Booty boop.
Worth a
The
shot.
number you have tried to dial cannot be reached at this time. Otherwise, you can try it again after your next long rest, but who knows what state Yordle will be in at that point. This probably would have been our best chance at an immediate retrieval, short of the gate spell.
Right, thoughts and prayers.
Remember, Meridian does sell spell scrolls, so if somebody wanted to try to buy a gate scroll, that could possibly offer a resolution.
Well, and technically, the wish spell could be used for this. It's just no grand use of it.
Yeah.
Sure.
And that would be 50,000 for that scroll. At least 50,000. That's what it's listed as. So.
I feel like that's Jabba's reaction. What the hoota? 50,000?
I can pitch in 600.
I could prepare a plane shift. It would take me a night to do it.
Oh, I can take us wherever, but where did they go?
And just to touch on the obvious, the insight is not serving Theron particularly well there either.
Is there a way to find out what plane he's on? Like locate person or something?
Could I try with a religion check to see what plane would pit fiends come from?
Well, there was somebody on board the ship that, people were talking about. This one guy was sent to hell, and they just went and picked him up and brought him back to the ship.
Sure.
Yeah, I was told where he went, so that wasn't too hard.
Religion check, not necessary for Aramis there. For Pit Fiends, you're pretty sure it would be one of the lower levels of the 9 hells, like 7, 8, or 9.
Well, fuck.
But yeah, Crumb, our Wednesday night PC that we're referring to, who was banished to the 9 hells by our Archfiend on Wednesday night, he had the player character treatment there that kind of gave us a quicker resolution to recovering him. Unfortunately, our summoned henchmen and the like do not have the same benefit.
And nobody has any idea why they would do this.
I mean, the ship's been attacked before, but that was blatant attack, so...
Try an
And they
Arcana
said that
check.
They were going to torture him for eternity, for like that he would know the hell's like it was very personal.
Yeah, 31. That That is feeling a bit like the flame card, which I
And
can't.
having just drawn the moon card, or been granted the moon card, I might have some inkling.
Sure. Yeah, and just for a bit of the peek behind the fourth curtain, I've been holding on to that flame card in my hand on a different session night. I forget exactly which table transitioned over to the other table when we did the rearrangement back in September or no, October, whatever it was. But I've had so many people see that card in my hand and try to steal it, and I'm just like, if you only knew what it was, you wouldn't be trying to steal this card from me. I know Sapphire's tried to steal it at least twice. So yeah, when the topic came up the other day of, hey, didn't I draw a flame card at something? Yeah, you did. I've been holding on to it. Just seemed like we had some other stuff going on, and I like to play the long game.
Yep. Theron, I know there's been many there's been many deck of many things around. Did you draw the flame card?
Oh yeah, I drew 2 cards. I drew the flame card and then the one that brought Yordle to us.
Yeah, that's gonna be why they're after you.
But they didn't take me, they took Yordle.
Well, I mean, typically...
It would hurt you more
Yeah.
to think about him suffering than you suffering yourself.
Maybe they took him back. You never asked where he came from in the first place.
Dun dun
My
dun!
village. I knew where he was from.
But yeah, they definitely likely attack due to that.
I don't remember what the flame card does. What does the flame card do?
It definitely pisses off a demon or fiend.
I'll post it up here now that we have accurately identified the negative repercussions. This.
Yeah, it doesn't do anything except piss off a devil.
Well, that sounds like a quest, if you ask me.
Yep, and that's why it's savoring your suffering. That's why it took
Yeah.
Yordle and decided not to destroy you at this very moment. It wants you to experience the loss of your friend, and he's probably still alive, waiting
It could
for
be
you
for
to
some
come
time,
in.
yeah.
Yeah, he may be bait for an elaborate trap.
Let's try some
Yeah, but
religion
which-
checks.
But which of those? You said there were 4 of them. Which one of those 4 is the guy you pissed off?
They all looked forward. They were just 4 pit fiends.
They might have been working for a higher devil as well.
Exactly. With that religion check, if there's 4 pit fiends working in collaboration, it's likely that this is one of the lords of the 9 hells who has managed to muster this kind of power against you.
We have to figure out how to go get him.
It will be
Rick's just kind of look at it there with his mouth open, like, really?
it'll be a task, that's for sure.
Well, if I have $50,000 worth of or gold worth of gems, if I need to use that 50k worth of gems for a gate spell, like you were talking about,
Yeah, Meridian
purchase it.
should. Meridian might have the spell capability if we go to him now to summon him with gate.
Yes, but if it's truly like a demon lord of one of the layers, then I don't think he might let it open just because he wants Theron to suffer, but he might not.
Correct.
And of course, that would, we're not prepared. I mean, look what happened with the pit fiends. I mean, yes, if we were all up to our ready and prepared for it and had all of our items ready and all this other stuff, we could have done something. But we were scattered, unarmed, unarmored, and taken by surprise over here.
One of those things took me down in like 5 seconds with 3 hits. And I'm pretty sure I barely like pinched its toenail or something.
Well, I do think it's a worthy endeavor to retrieve Theron. Or Yordle, rather, sorry.
Oh, of course. It's just that we need to figure out a good game plan. If we go in the way that we've normally gone in on a lot of these things, we're never going to be able to come back out.
It might be a good idea to figure out who it is,
I
too.
agree.
Agreed. That's the first thing, is figuring that out, I think.
And, I mean, even if we have the gate and the ability to get there, it's a one-way trip. Unless we also prepare for a way to get ourselves back.
I mean, you said you can plane shift. I can plane shift. I can also teleport us. So there are several ways of getting out. Whoops. Not casting that.
I'm going to leave you all to continue your RP here. We're at the halfway point of our final session of 2023, friends. We will catch you in about 10 minutes. Are you with us?
Yeah, I mean, we definitely need to come up with a plan, but first we have to figure out where they are.
And that's the thing. We need stronger equipment or stronger troops.
I mean, pit fiends themselves they're toe-to-toe fighters. They're definitely out on the upper echelons, but other parties as well have faced them and succeeded.
Yeah, but if this is a Lord of Hells, those aren't the only troops he's got.
That's correct.
It's not like we have to just kill those 4 pit fins and recover Yordle. If what they said was right, that Lord of Hell will keep harassing you for the rest of your life, or until you kill him.
Well, that's what I'll have to do.
It's definitely the downside of that type of magical item.
Tariq kind of whispers to himself, but it's loud enough that you guys can hear him say it. But he's like, killing a Lord of Hell. I guess that's good practice for killing a Lich God.
I like where your heart is at, Tariq.
He kind of looks up like, huh? Oh, yeah.
I mean, I expect our foes are not going to get weaker by any means. So, what with Nihilus coming?
Be right back.
Well, we need before we go attacking, we definitely have to have a plan, and we probably should have some more members of the party if we're going to try to venture into hell.
Mm-hmm. It's possible that the ship recordings or something can explicitly identify those pit fiends. Maybe. Get some facial ID recognition going on.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't really have any kind of knowledge about the hells and stuff. I've been traveling the Astral Sea for a while, so I can tell you stuff about that, but or about the Honorable Desert on Toril. But that's about all I can tell you about.
There's no way to just locate him?
There might be divination spells. No?
Correct. That's what I was going to say. Divination spells, reaching out to other deities that may be against the pit lord or the fiend lord. There are options and avenues for information. None that I can do, though.
Well, he was a paladin. He must have a deity that he worshipped.
I'm thinking there, like, wouldn't you know?
Yeah, kind of looking your way there. Like,
Well, he's awful good. I can't remember the name of the deity that.
It doesn't necessarily has to be their own deity. Most
correct.
good aligned deities would help each other if they're not openly hostile.
And that
Spirabilis
it's
might be able to find some information.
correct. And that it's a fiend lord of the hells. Other deities may be willing to assist Yordle or us in the quest to retrieve him.
I really can't help finding him. Once we find him, I can stab him. That's about it.
Back.
I think we're looking for either divination or commune spell, but
Correct. Yeah. Sorry. As you were gone, we were saying like, "Hey, divination would be good. Maybe a deity could help."
Well, I mean, I do have access to, many spells. I just have to spend the night praying on them to get those spells.
Nope.
And
that's
as you
fair.
notice, I don't fight with a weapon. So, I mean, when it comes to battling demons and devils, unless I can cast spells at it, and a lot of them are either, resistant or downright immune to spell magic, I'm going to be mostly support. So I'll be there to help out.
Is there a reason you don't use a weapon?
Yes. It's against the teachings of my goddess.
Okay, that's fair. That wasn't meant to be judgment. I was just curious. Many different folks out there.
Oh, understandable.
Where would a deity list be?
Probably easiest to just literally Google.
Yeah, I don't.
Paladin, if he's a good paladin, Helm, Tor, those are kind of like super archetypical stereotype deities.
Yeah, my character comes from a different world completely that has different gods and goddesses and such, so.
happens. So it seems one way or another we need to take the long rest.
I mean, I'm not tired, but okay.
I mean, Spirabilis needs to re-prepare, so probably does Asilatem if we're going to hell.
I mean, I'm prepared for anything always, so. Tariq, during your travels, would you have come across any sort of information broker or anyone that might be able to have heard who sent the fiend, the pit fiends? Because I assume this had to be heavily planned.
I mean, probably. I wasn't always as smart as I am now, and I'm really that smart compared to some of you. And most of my time out in the astral was as a slave of the Illithid, so they probably know if you got a big enough colony.
No, thank you. No, thank you. No, thank you.
Yeah, I like my brain inside my head.
And that's why I've got magic, because they fucked with my head.
Oh.
Demon lords, pit fiends. Yeah, of course we'll fight that. Illitids, no way. Let's go back.
Oh, I'll take care of them if they ever show up. I guess let me know when you figure out how we're proceeding.
Yeah,
As
see, I can commune, but what it basically entitles me to is to 3 yes/no questions. So I don't know how we could use that to figure out where Yordle actually is.
Well, there's other spells as well, I believe, but because isn't there? Let me think of another thing.
Again,
Contact other planes?
divination.
Contact other
What?
planes, but that would also have a chance of driving me insane.
I will reiterate. Divination, the 4th level ritual spell for clerics. DM
How do you
offers a
know so much
truthful
about
reply.
godly magic?
I am a warlock hunter.
Yeah, he is correct though. Divination is divination would be better than commune in this instance.
It offers truthful information, but often
That's weird that a 4th level spell has a lot more information and things like that than a 5th level spell.
It does and it doesn't though, because commune gives you yes or no's, whereas this is, well, it's a path in a forest versus a road through it. So
And it's only a single question.
correct.
Back.
Welcome back.
So as we are discussing the aftermath of what just happened, each of your beacons goes off, courtesy of Captain Piper, indicating that you are wanted in the war room on the far north side of the map here.
Have we had enough time to finish our books, or are we still in like process for that?
We are still in process, but we will be able to finish those books before we move on to the next plot point.
Do you want to move us all up to there at once versus us individually moving?
Yeah. I see Tariq's already moving up there, but those of you who are still here in the central area, I will just scoot you on up there together.
Yep.
And it's a tie.
How did you get here so fast?
Everybody made it there at about the same time. Some of you guys had to run the long way. 3 of you just boink. So Captain Piper, our Tonberry Trandoshan. Report on what it is that happened in the Bolstoon's place. We understand you were first-hand responders.
Aaron?
Sorry, I had to go get some water. What happened?
Yep.
Oh, all good. We have been summoned to the captain, and he's asking what just happened.
Well, a long time ago, I drew a card from the deck of many things, the flame card, and apparently, And I forgot about that card. And apparently 4 pit fiends just came in. Hi, Grumpy Santa. And took Yordle from the ship.
So, as the result of an unfortunate dealing with the deck of many things, the security of our crew was compromised by 4 of these ancient devils.
Yes.
We are also believing that their leader is even more powerful than the 4 of them, and may risk tormenting Theron and the ship again.
Correct. There could be further incursions to spite Theron's very existence.
That is quite troubling indeed. We will have to speak with our security forces to uncover what defenses we may put in place against this. What guards we had against magical transportation on this ship seemed to be bypassed due to the power alone of those intent on subterfuge. This is most unfortunate timing, as we have just received word of a possible alliance on the moon of Isilya. Some of you may have heard of it through past encounters with other crews aboard this ship. It is a moon rich with resources, relatively untapped. And we have come into contact with one who claims to be in possession of a great quantity of dark matter crystals. This quantity would give us quite a needed edge in the anticipated conflicts to come. Do you think your group is up to the task of traveling to this moon and negotiating an alliance?
I'm a merchant by trade, so probably.
We had hoped so. And we do know that your group is also quite strong, magically and physically, so in the event that anything goes wrong, as tends to do in the field, you should be well protected in that event.
Well, for myself, I have to kind of focus on rescuing Yordle.
I see.
Would the recovery or the completion of this deal somehow further our capability to rescue Yordle, or give you time to ascertain which demons explicitly, or fiends rather, breached the ship?
Who you asking?
You, sorry. Well, the captain.
It is certainly going to take some time for us to determine just who may be at the root of the animosity behind our friend Theron. And beyond that, one can only imagine the power needed to assail a lower level of the Nine Hells. Recovering Crumb would seem to be a walk in the park compared to this.
Yeah, he was just out in the field on the first layer, so...
Yes, he was on Avernus.
Yeah. He was just shouting loudly. It was not hard to find him.
Whoa, 100,000 Beskars again. Whoop whoop.
I think if we do this mission, Theron, it'll give them time to get us the information we need.
Alright, if they need time to find out where he is and who did this, then I will give them the time and we can go on that mission.
Well, let's check just how much time is needed. Ba-ba-da-da-ba-ba. I was hoping I would have another double zero in me like at the start of yesterday's session. I guess not. It should take but a few days. we will have information for you. If you are in the field when we find out what is on the other side of this, we will of course deliver it to you there.
Has there been any further word about interactions between the Ministry and this group? In terms of our cooperation, Asirik did not want to play, so...
Yes, Acerak was not amenable, and we suspect this is not the last we will hear of him. We did encounter a different undead, one of our crews, a Lord Soth, and the interactions were much more pleasant and possibly in the vein of getting us where we are hoping to go. Likewise, interactions with Colonel Starr were favorable, but it has been a few days since any of us have been able to reach him.
Is this new contact we're going to meet part of the Ministry as well?
We do not believe they are. It is possible that the Ministry has designs on the world of Isilya, however, so you should be prepared against any possible interference from them. They seem to have their seers trained on our attempts quite closely.
Do we already have a deal worked out, or do we have to make a deal with this person?
A deal needs to be made, but what exactly it is that they are looking for, they've refused to tell, except in person.
I see.
Are we authorized to make whatever reasonable deal they might offer? Or are we simply a go-between?
I don't know. Arm rippers in this group. We don't know. We don't know how much we trust our decision-making capabilities.
We've stopped them from eating
Spirit-
most things and people.
Yeah,
right now.
Spirabilis and Asilatam and Tariq, though they got a solid head on their shoulders. Theron's quite wise. We do encourage you
I have
to
a lot of wisdom.
exactly Spirabilis. We do encourage you to not make any quick, rash decisions, but your group has proven quite competent in the past, so we do leave this to your discretion.
With the others backing me up as far as like the knowing of things, I'm very good at making deals with people.
Excellent, excellent. We do hope that this will be a quick and easy resolution. Of course, it seems that I've said that quite a lot recently, and it's been anything but. And eyes over towards the Wednesday group. Well, all right then. Anything further that you think y'all might need? I figure we've had plenty of time to look through Meridian's inventory over the last couple weeks. What with the gifts and the fact that we're here and can shop with him in person. But of course we have a trio of T3s here who can summon him at any point. So let's take a trip.
Is this
Does it take-
can I get a short rest before we go, or as we're going?
We can in fact get another long rest.
That's what I was gonna ask. Is this long rest territory or Oh, hey, look, we're already over here. By the way,
It is long rest territory.
Okay.
This is what I was saying as far as it's still going to be a couple days after this meeting that you guys can finish up your book reading and get those stat boosts before the the ship is ready to transport you guys here to Isilya. And we have an entirely different section of Isilya than our Sunday G1 crew is traveling. They are, in fact, all the way up here. Yep. In that beautiful section of the map. But our group is traveling east from west, so we're kind of getting a flyover of the last bits of desert here over by Jackboot Lair and Diamond Head. And a very interesting red crystal jutting out of the landscape itself, known as the Ultima Stone. Of course, what that entails for any of us. We will cross that bridge potentially later. We cross over the Amber Fields. And a series of islands out here. The Sunken Dungeon, the Deadwoods, and to a location that in the original iteration of Isilya was planned for only the highest level characters. After you completed the rest of the map, you would make your way here to the Isle of Prosperity, more particularly the Great Center. A floating moat of earth, surrounded by several other moats, almost like a planet with several moons itself out here in the middle of the ocean. The Isle of Prosperity, most of the islands seem just that. A lot of retirement homes, second homes, rich, lavish mansions. Some people seem to own their own floating islands out here. But most notably, as your group approaches, there is an entire section of islands that is just cloaked in dark cloud cover. And it does not seem natural at all. There's something definitely magical and powerfully so to be influencing the weather on such a scale. The location your pilots deliver you to, however, is towards one of the more amenable sections of the isle. And once you reach the docking bay, you are greeted by a protocol droid that escorts you to a lavish waiting area, similar to Episode 1, where hopefully you're not all about to be gassed, because it would probably be a very foolish move on their part. And as you take a seat and are served a variety of refreshments, a single individual steps in and she is somewhat familiar to some in your group. Some of you have seen her before, or so you would think. Perhaps not so haggard-looking, but she definitely appears to be a ruler or holy figure of some sort. But times that we have encountered her in the past were not in this presentation, this iteration.
I don't think Tariq's ever actually encountered her. I've heard about the prophecy or the communication with a version of her, but I don't think he's ever met her.
Yeah, some characters have, some have not.
Yeah, Spirabilis has never met her.
I think I encountered her. Like, we encountered her after the Draco Lich, right? Like in super powerful form or something?
Correct. Yeah, Friday crew definitely encountered her. A few of the Sunday crews have encountered her. Sufficiently enough that her face has been spread throughout your mission portfolios. So even if you have not in person encountered a version of her, whether friendly or villainous, her face definitely sparks a bit of recognition. This version here was recorded as being the most evil of the bunch and the most the least open to dialogue and any attempts at reason. But as she steps into the room before all of you, she grabs herself a steaming cup of tea and has a seat.
I see what you did there.
Oh. I'm afraid I will have to make this meeting quicker than anticipated. First, I must ask to get through the formalities. Do you know of me, or do you think you know of me?
I believe we've seen a younger version of you.
Oh man, -10 to your initial reaction there. She's immediately hostile. Younger! Younger!
Oh god. Well, you said withered and it looked old. I don't know.
You son of a bitch.
A more vibrant version.
Your vivacious counterpart.
Because I do think I was the only one who saw her in that form from this group, right?
That might be correct, because she was just kind of flitting about in the backdrop. Because I think it was part of her interaction with a G4 group that crossed over with Tuesday night.
Yeah, we walked into her chamber as she was playing music, and she essentially blinded me with my detect magic going.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Oh yeah, I remember that too. Yeah. I
Detect
wasn't
magic,
in the room.
blinding.
Right.
Yeah, I wasn't in the room. I remember like hearing her talk, but I didn't see her.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was Twinkleberry was there for that.
Was this on board the ship that crashed?
No, this was right after the Dracolich caved in, and we had gone back into his lair.
Yes.
We had killed him. We had gone outside, killed him, then gone back into the cave, and that's when we found her as we were searching like his area.
Right.
She was like, "Oh, I was brought to you by the fall of this Dracolich, and yeah, there's more to this."
Yeah, I'm trying to remember which version that was. Was
That was the color one. I think there was a color one, right?
There are a few. There's one where she was wearing
Yeah.
a blue dress. There's one where she's smoking a cigarette in all red. Most of the rest of them, most of them are black and white, though.
Okay.
Yeah, this
Maybe it was
may.
just the aura or something.
Yeah, perhaps this one.
I don't remember that much. That was months and months ago.
It's been a while for sure. Yeah, we can definitely search our brain on just what that entailed. But as I recall, it was not a hostile encounter.
No, not at all.
For sure. Was she killed, or did she leave the area?
She played
She left.
music for us and then left.
Okay, so that's right. She was the one of those who is aware of what's going on, and that's similar to the one that we are meeting right here. This is part of the sad state of affairs. I've created so many characters, I'm kind of losing track of some of them. I imagine Tolkien had the same issue, but his appendices were much better organized than are mine.
We are familiar with you somewhat. It's confusing, but it's there.
I suppose the easiest way would be the direct truth. We are the splintered effects of chronomancy experiments gone, I don't know whether to say terribly right or beautifully wrong. Either way, Our mere existence in the same space and time is an indication of a breach in the space between realities, in the multiverse. It is possible that we are not the only ones who suffer from this affliction, but our presence does seem to be uniquely tied into this breach. I am no expert in magic. I am no expert in chronomancy. I am what would best be described as an unintentional vessel of knowledge. I receive this information in my sleep, whether I want to or not, and I am fully aware that there is one among us who is convinced that the only way to repair this breach, and I should rewind, that this breach's repair is of absolute necessity. This breach must be repaired to prevent the loss of all, everywhere. I don't know if that means life, world, reality. It's always a bit vague in the dream form. But I do know that her purpose is to mend this breach, and she is firmly convinced through the knowledge of her mastery of magic that the only way to do so is to slay each and every one of us alterations, iterations, whatever it is someone wishes to call it. There are few of us who are even aware of this existence at all. Many versions I see in my dreams happily going through their lives, unaware that the mistress is honed in on them like a seeker missile, intent on their very destruction. And her record is flawless. Her power is unmatched throughout the known galaxy, as best I have seen. The levels of magic, as you know them, are the stepping stones that she graduated from eons ago. And our presence in this reality, not only does she deem necessary for the continuation of this reality, but she views it as a personal affront, as our presence seems to threaten hers. Now, I find myself in an unfortunate position here on the Great Center. I am expected to make decisions that affect the lives of thousands who call this moon their home. This moon has never been a target. It's never been even so much as a blip of awareness on most people's radar. And yet now, my intuition tells me we are destined in the very near future to be visited by a great host of powerful forces, some of which may wish our protection and our alliance. Others will seek only to dominate us. In the case of the Mistress, she will not only seek to dominate this moon, she will seek my destruction and the continued destruction of any versions of herself that she is aware of. And I believe she knows of them all. She is just painstakingly and single-handedly going through the process of eliminating all of them, while also somehow running some galactic cabal of which I only see the briefest of hazy visions at the exterior of my dreams. And that just rings ministry to every one of you. So your confederacy, in particular your group and those like you who I have heard so much about. If you can promise your protection of this moon, I am prepared to make a deal with you that will gain you access to not only a substantial deposit of dark matter crystals, but also a substantial treasury of gold, gems, jewels. There are other alliances that I have made on this moon that, once they get the go-ahead from me, they will be more than happy to work with you. I ask but for your word of honor and a test of your mettle while you are here on site. I am sure that you saw the ominous cloud over several of the islands on your approach. There is some maelstrom taking place there, and a number of shadowy creatures have been reported flitting from island to island. A ship has been rumored to crash on one of the islands in the midst of this storm, and we've been unable to recover it or contact them since.
Do you believe there may be survivors?
We are hopeful. It has only been a few hours since this manifested. So we are hopeful that not only are there survivors, but there are still those offering resistance. But if you can recover any survivors, and also ascertain the nature of why this power is here, I think that will suffice for those in my council to offer our full allegiance to your confederacy.
Well, we must do the right thing and go and help them.
I think we got the stuff you need.
Would we have seen any sort of scans or anything about the storm as we flew in, for its size or anything like that?
It's miles wide, but that was the briefest of scans before its
Okay.
mere presence seemed to short out, or at
Gotcha.
least kind of static any attempted scans on it. You will find gravity is your friend this high up. Some of the islands are located close enough together that, while the leap between may seem insurmountable, you will find a boost in your favor. And if we are ready to proceed to our next map here, let me just get that. No. Yes. Okay, let's test this out. Definitely going to be one of our biggest maps and a bit difficult to see. Intentionally so. So if your first reaction is, I can't see it! That's means I did my job right. With the blast shield down, I can't even see. How am I supposed to fight?
Your eyes can deceive you. Don't use them.
Hey, what's happening here? There we go.
Is there like fog and stuff? I see some like little flittering animation
Correct.
of fog, but
Correct.
is it obscuring view, or can I actually see clearly kind of 120 feet?
You can see what you can see.
Okay.
It's just that any ranges for your spells may be affected by the denseness of the fog that we see.
Okay.
And additionally, there is a persistent gloom on top of the fog.
All right. Well, with that being kind of a limiting factor. I'm going to cast this spell on myself.
Gotcha. 1 second. Yes, yes.
I do already have dark vision, so
You
that
do.
would increase it.
Yeah, I'm gonna boost that up for you. There you go.
I'm also gonna cast a spell as we're preparing to about 1 hour before we land.
Okay.
I'm casting a 3rd level 8 spell,
Oh.
which will give Tariq, Theron, and myself. It will increase our maximum hit points by 10 for the next 8 hours. It's not temporary hit points, it's just your max hit points increased.
Very nice.
If I have detect magic up, is it like just kind of like high beams and snowstorm, or
It's very muted, in
Okay.
fact. It's definitely a powerful magical effect, but its presence seems to be tied to something more primordial, while still having a magical presence to it, but it seems almost natural.
okay.
Does the 60 feet of blind sight that I get from that spell, does that help at all?
What the? Hey, that's handy. I was like, what did I miss? What? Let's see. Right. Don't mind my arrow. Doesn't mean anything.
That's where all the baddies are.
Yeah, exactly.
Blow it up.
You want me to just put a 60-foot aura on myself so you can tell where my vision is?
Nah. He was like, nah. No, I'm good. Do pause for a brief moment, though, so I can check. Oh, hallelujah. I didn't mix them in. That saves me a few crucial seconds. Oh. Invisibly. Remember back in old school D&D when if you were invisible, it meant you could see other invisible creatures too?
Oh yeah, I remember that way back
Way back.
when Elf was a class.
Yes, and there were only 3 alignments. If you were chaotic, you're also evil, motherfucker. It's not possible to be Robin Hood or Han Solo. Yes, no.
And now we have see invisibility, which just does not avoid you from having the downsides of fighting an invisible creature.
Very true. There's that. Yeah, that's not gonna do anything. For me. So yeah, you guys go ahead and proceed. As you wish.
I see nothing from our current vantage, so the magic seems pretty muted here. Nothing stands out.
Well, I could stealth ahead a little bit if you guys want.
Oh, hold
Should
right
you
there.
be bait again?
Hold up right there for a second.
Well, remember, I'm invisible now.
You're invisible,
So-
definitely, but your buddy standing next to you sees something that none of you see because he's got blind sight, and he can sense that there are 2 somethings out there on the other side of the bridge just waiting to ambush you.
So since Theron is coming up next to me, and I can see him through my blind sight, I will use my telepathic speech to tell him, hold a minute. I can see or sense 2 creatures up ahead. I believe they are also unseen to the others.
And
Well,
because
they
he doesn't
both
say any of
basically know.
this, we just keep on walking and eventually clash with Tarek.
And there's a big old stumbling since nobody can see what's going on. You all fall off the bridge, and good job. Roll up new characters.
Hey, I'm still back here.
Hey,
It's a bridge. What are you talking about?
it's a good idea. It means our new party has a leader.
Yay.
Now, don't do what the last party did. Let me tell you how it happened to them.
Right.
As they get up next behind me, I will stop each of them with my telepathic speech as well, and inform them of the same thing I just informed Theron of.
Can you point in the direction? And should we attack them?
They seem a little weirded out by your sudden pause at the bridge, so they kind of spread their formation a bit more.
They're
Well, I
definitely
can scout
waiting
ahead
for
and
us.
see if I can get behind them if you want.
They're definitely waiting for us and watching us. Now that we've stopped their repositioning, so this is definitely an ambush situation. With only me being able to see them, I don't know how you're going to be able to flank them.
Well, you can see them because they're invisible.
They are.
I suppose I've given myself the senses of a dragon, which comes with it the draconic ability to just sense things that are nearby.
I also have a 21 passive perception, so that should
Gotcha.
help me from accidentally wandering off the bridge.
Oh, for sure. And it may help you on spotting invisible opponents, too. You just have to be a lot closer.
Well, if that's the case, I've got 25. I can wander up and look like.
Likewise,
Quietly.
yeah. Yeah, it's unlikely anybody, even somebody with a 12 passive perception is going to fall off the bridge. But
Thank God. Thank God.
those-
I
yeah.
definitely have that.
those with
Oh
the
no!
highest...
Suddenly it's like, oh! No, I'm kidding. 16.
Yeah, those who have the
I've-
highest can definitely...
So yeah, for Silitem's question, I'll say about straight diagonal from me in, I guess it'd be northeast and then southeast, about 30 to 35 feet. They're waiting. There may be more that are outside of my range.
Should I
Oh, they just moved.
launch?
Did I hear them running? I mean, do
You
I hear
did
them
not.
already?
Tariq can see them and sense them enough to see that they're floating.
They do not touch the ground. They are floating or something. And they are
Shall
now
I start this for us?
they are now at the end of the bridge.
Okay, I'm going to cast a spell. I am going to do this. And I am going to center it right here. So 20 feet around there.
Alrighty.
I don't know if you can see that. I didn't have it shown.
I do.
Okay, cool.
I think I can always see it even if you have it hidden.
Okay,
It's
cool.
only hidden from other players.
Gotcha.
Ironically,
So-
that doesn't work when you guys whisper, so if you guys are talking shit about me in the whisper chat, odds are I can't see
Gotcha.
it.
Gotcha. Or is that a trick? Oh no.
Well, it's weird, because like once in, I think 3 times ever in 8 years, I've gotten a whisper text that was meant for somebody else, and I was like, what? And they're like, wow, that's weird. I've been talking to somebody else for like an hour. And I just all of a sudden got included on 1 out of 100 texts. Weird shit.
Because you can whisper to both players or PCs, and when you whisper to the PC, the DM has control over the PC, so they can
Oh.
receive the whisper as well.
Oh, so if I have the character token under my... Okay,
If like I whisper to Role Playing Unlimited, nobody else sees it.
Sure.
If I whisper to Justin C, nobody else sees it. But if I whisper to Spirabilis, the DM will see it.
gotcha.
So that save, by the way, is incorrect. It's actually a 24 dex.
Bullshit. I'm gonna use my invisibility. Does that help?
I mean, they don't breathe, so.
Yeah, I'm just grasping at straws here. Okay,
Yep.
so Dex. Bop bop. Nothing.
Yeah, I don't know if anything else is in range of that. I'm just.
That's
You said where they were, so I
You just
launched it
killed
out.
all the survivors from the
Oh
crash
no!
because they were wandering around in that area.
Oh, Oceanic 815. Fare thee well. Okay, so damage
I assumed they
is...
weren't invisible crash survivors, so
Yeah, somehow invisible even to blind sight. Okay, so what's
Yeah.
the damage we're
20
looking
feet.
at here?
Damage is 2d8. So let me roll that. Sorry. I gotta re-roll the one. So a whopping 5 damage, but if they fail, they're incapacitated.
Yeah. Yeah, and even sadder still, they're resistant to lightning damage.
I bypass that.
Oh, that's right.
It's that immunity that you throw at me.
Yeah, they're definitely not immune. So, yeah, there's that. And, golly.
Do they lose their invisibility when they get zapped by that lightning, or
They do not.
okay, they're just incapacitated, invisible.
Correct.
things.
It's the normal
Yeah.
effect. All right, so Theron would be up first. The volley went off. Who knows what happened?
Tariq
Knows.
what should so I telepathically to Tariq, what's going on? Should I keep going forward?
They were right on the edge of that spell. Looks like they're locked up from the electricity.
So then I will go forward.
You walked right through it there a couple spaces ago.
Well, did I notice it? I was walking through something?
Yeah.
All right, then if it's there, I am going to hit it.
All right.
I wasn't sure if it was like incorporeal, so we might not even realize it was there.
Right. Disadvantage for invisibility. Both of those will still hit. Actually, though, invisible against invisibility counters each other out. Same difference. I take it the invisibility expires after the first one, which makes the point correct on half of it, I guess.
It's funny, I've got this great perception spell, but I only have an 11 passive perception. They're like, Tariq, what do you see? Nothing.
There's things, guys.
All right, so hit and hit for... Yep, okay. Got it.
And then I will flurry of blows.
All right. First one is a miss as it is. Second one will hit.
And that's all I got.
Okay, so over to Tariq.
All right, so I'll say out loud. Theron's is attacking one right in front of him. I'm gonna get behind the other one and attack it. Is it a fiend or undead?
It is an aberration.
Okay, so no extra damage from any of that. Okay.
Let's see. Alrighty. So I think the incapacitation lasted until at its turn, so that's a moot point. That's a hit. So 30, 29 damage. Alright,
end
got
of
it.
its next turn. Yep.
Got it. Actually, 1 second. Am I doing this right? Fucking hell.
I do not have extra
Yes.
attacks. That's all I got.
Yeah, AC is exactly 18, so that's a hit. And, they're sad. Aramis, your turn.
I'm gonna try and hit something that I see Tariq is fighting with, but I don't see what he is fighting against. So, does flanking grant advantage?
It does.
Okay, so it's a normal hit.
Correct.
I swing wildly.
Yikes. Okay, so there is where we will find our first instance. Reaction. Looks very familiar to a magical spell that a lot of people like to use to annoy the GM. And here we find it applied to impose disadvantage.
Okay, so that's a 15. Or do I roll
Although,
again?
nope, I stand corrected as well because you can't have more than one advantage or disadvantage to a situation. So, yep, I'll just shut the fuck up. That's a hit.
Well, no, it makes them re-roll. So
This is a reroll.
Correct,
so-
but for the play that we use it for, we would use it for the other side of the die, since that's part of the advantage of having both sides of the dice present. Like if somebody
Okay.
yeah, gotcha.
yeah, like if it was 28 and 28, I wouldn't even bother to drag that ability out. Same difference when a
Oh,
player
Oh,
has
and you're
silvery.
saying,
Yeah, if a
you're
player has
saying-
silvery barbs and I roll double natural 20s, you're just giving me the other natural 20.
Yeah, gotcha.
So it works for both sides. But yeah, that's a hit and full damage. Got it.
Cool.
And over to Westy again.
Yep. So we will move right here, and we're just gonna do not a lightning bolt at the one Theron is fighting. 25 to hit, and 27 points of damage.
Alrighty.
Pretty beefy shadows, and
Got it.
that'll be my turn.
Okay. That's irrelevant. Back over to Spirabilis. What you got, Don?
Not a lot. I'm going to move up into the darkness over here, and I kind of see where everybody is. So I'm going to cast a light spell on the bridge right about there.
Why is Don like the only one who's always got a fucked up movement and he's in between squares?
'Cause he always does that. Yeah.
Because I'm using Alt as my key. See, it snaps into place when I don't use Alt, but if I'm talking at the same time I'm moving, then that sort of screws up my movement.
Yeah, because I noticed and even in my game, I'm always like readjusting you slightly to get you back in the square.
Oh wait, it's a touch. So basically, what I'm doing is I'm touching a copper piece and tossing it.
All
over
right.
there. So I'm not making an attack. It's just now there's a 20-foot globe of light.
Gotcha. Except it appears to be about a 20-inch globe of light, such as the oppressive gloom that we find ourselves in.
Dang. All right. Yeah, that's gonna be my turn. I can't see either of them to target them with my spells, so I'm done.
All right.
We need the light of Elendil.
So, Theron, back up to the top. Does anybody remember
Alright,
when the
he's
last
gonna
time
take
was
another
Theron
couple-
wasn't at the top of the initiative? I think it was 2018.
Hey, when you go 85 feet in a in a round, you should go first.
Yeah, you think so, dude. Ow! What the fuck? Why are we even invisible? Nobody's missed us once. Got it.
Yeah, I
I
did.
haven't even attacked.
Oh, that's right. You did
Because
miss
we're visible.
once. And then you hit once.
There
What's
also
that?
missed once.
What's that, Don?
Gloria blows again.
All right.
Oh, I didn't even attack because I can't see him. So there,
Sure.
that foiled that.
Bop, bop, and... Disadvantage. Okay, disadvantage is already in play because it's invisible, so that last one will miss. First one will hit, though, for another 15. Got it. Anything
And
else
that's all
there?
Theron's got.
All right. So over to Tariq.
I will continue to attack the one in front of me.
Alrighty. Too bad they're not stacked up right next to each other.
And
Definitely.
just for
a hit.
reference, I do have the boon of irresistible offense, so I ignore all resistances.
Oh, well, good for you, because it's resistant to fire.
Yeah, I wasn't sure. That's why I wanted to mention it.
Good call, and ow, ow, ow. All right.
And that's it.
Alrighty, so they will take a turn. Yeah, so the one in melee with Theron is going to reveal itself after taking its first attack, such as the nature of invisibility. First attack will have advantage. And it is a 26 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. Also initiates a grapple. Second one of those is a 20.
You want me to roll strength?
It's not an immediate resistance. You're just grappled. And if you wish to break free of it on your turn, you have to spend an attack to roll an athletics check or acrobatics against that DC 18.
This means your movement 0 is all.
Correct.
You can still punch.
Oh yeah, you can still attack and do all that stuff while you're grappled. It just reduces your movement to 0. Does the 20 hit though? That's close. I don't know if it does or not.
No, it does not.
All right.
22 is my AC.
There is the Constitution part
Right.
of that, though.
Yeah, so it's 8 necrotic and then a DC 18 Constitution saving throw or hit point max is reduced by an amount equal to the damage taken. Oh, you made it exactly, so good to go on that. Yo, what's happening, Val? Thanks for the cheers. Doing good, doing good. Okay, and then, since it has you grappled, it's gonna do Drink Breath. And that's gonna be a Charisma saving throw.
I didn't like fighting these things as Clanker. I really don't like fighting these things as Tariq.
Oh, yeah. Foreshadowing with Friday night, and now we get them on Tuesday. Also a perfect way to end the RU year here.
These are our first monsters for one of the nights. These and those weird things.
Oh yeah, yeah. These have been attached to Nihilus for a long time. So what's the charisma save there from Theron? Oof. Hero
You probably wanna
point.
make that. Yeah, you probably want to make that.
Yeah, I'll do a hero point.
4 or better. Or 3 or better if you also spend an inspiration. So 3 or better and spend an inspiration.
And an
Does-
inspiration.
All right.
Quick question: does Aramis have his aura protection yet?
Oh yeah, he does. I think.
Oh yeah, I do. So you don't have to roll any of that because you get a +4.
Hey, how about that?
Sweet. Let me go add those back to my sheet.
You should probably put yourself in a 10-foot aura so we can see that.
Yeah, I'm
He
gonna.
had it before. It must have disappeared.
I'll set that up.
It's not on the default token, so I have to set it up.
I only have 3 levels of paladin, so I don't have any of that stuff.
Voila. Okie dokie. So all of that to deal 8 points of necrotic damage, and then the next one, as it is still invisible, is going to shift itself over here.
Can I still attack even with disadvantage?
We'll stretch the. It'll basically be Tariq has to kind of call it out to you and then attack. Yeah.
I wouldn't think to call it out to him because it's invisible. How is he going to attack it?
Okay, so ignore that then.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, I was basically just kind of like raised because, oh shit, it's coming for me. I wouldn't say, hey, hit it. Yeah, I wouldn't never do that. I'm stupid.
All right. That's why I paused for a brief second after it moved, but he asked about the attack before you said, "Hey, I'm gonna tell him to warn. I'm gonna warn him to attack it." But so we did it in a little bit in reverse. All right, so it's gonna do the same thing. Right here against Tariq, a 22 to hit. And
Negative.
Nothing doing there. And a natural 20. And both of them are visible now. A con save after the fact on that, and then...
If I block that attack, does he still have to make the con save with my shield? So I can negate all that damage.
I would say based on the nature of that, the full effect of that goes to you. There's no absorption. You're rolling the save. Or I'm sorry, you're not rolling the... Yeah, you're rolling the save and taking the damage to your hit points. Because this is something that attacks life force.
So it'd be going after my magical essence? If I projected my ward out to protect him. Because it's not my hit points, it's my ward, arcane ward.
Yeah, sure. That'll move it over to Aramis's turn.
How much would he have taken? 23 there?
So am I not grappled and being breath drunk?
Yeah, I didn't do anything.
Okay.
Okay, so seeing that, I think there's one that Terran's been grappled by. I'm gonna try and help him.
Okay.
I'm gonna pump a divine. Wait. No, I'm gonna pump a divine smite level 1. Whatever first attack hits. Okay, enough. And on my second strike, it's like that.
All right, both hit and full damage.
Cool. That's 36.
Yes, indeed. Got it.
End of turn.
All right, and next up.
I will just go after the weaker one with the same thing as before. Because that one is visible, correct? The one...
Both of them, yeah.
Okay, yeah. We'll finish off that one, hopefully.
Oh yeah, that's enough. It's dead.
And that'll be my turn.
All right, over to Dawn.
Okay. Well, since I see that one, I'm going to use Sacred Flame.
All right, full damage.
Yay! 9 radiant.
Cool.
And that will end my turn.
All right, back over to Grant.
All right, I am going to go up and over with my winged boots and come back down on this side of this guy and go ahead and hit. And I'm just going to go ahead and hit him one more time as my bonus. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, got him completely. Damn. All right. Well, that will close out our initiative here. We do have a bit of line of sight onto the next island over for some of us, up to the northeast. But yeah, I think before we delve into that, we will close it out just a few minutes early here tonight. And thank each and every one of you for being here, part of Role Playing Unlimited here in 2023. It's been a fantastic year. Hope you all have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and we will catch you in 24.
Good night, everybody, and happy holidays.
Yep.
Happy
Happy
holidays,
holidays,
everybody.
everybody. Have a good
Thanks
night.
for the great year.
Thank you all so much. Take care.